Hey everybody and welcome to a new video. I never thought I'd make another video for One Piece fan letter, but I felt I should do it because not only the magazine revealed interesting things, but also I wasn't satisfied with my first video. It felt more like a brief first impression without going much into detail. So I'll try to go more into detail here and we'll go through the interviews and production material revealed. So, we all know Megumi Ishitani and Masami Mori are among the most creative and best artists in our world today. But seeing the interviews and production material really made me even more impressed with how they approach things and how much thought they put into the smallest thing. A simple expression can have a lot of thought and research behind it. The edge of the shadows on a single cut can be approached with so much care into it. Even the girl putting the glasses towards the end serves a narrative purpose, which is her desire to actually see Nami. It is no exaggeration to say that the effort that went into fan letter easily rivals full movies, despite being shorter. Masami Mori's research and care for the designs is incredible to witness, taking inspiration for the girl from Aisa in Skypiea, or the panels of Nami making annoyed expressions. The Marine brother had gloves in his design purely because Mori wanted the audience to identify the characters during the puzzle scene through their hands only. Even the hair of the bookstore girl changes into more afro-like style during the time skip compared to her first design in the first minutes, since she's a fan of Soul King. Mori also designed different outfits for each day for the characters to wear. Mori drew concept designs of each character until he settled with the ones that were shown on screen. It's interesting to see the variations. There were also designs that didn't appear, like the Marine talking on the Dendemushi. Mori's output on fan letter shocked me beyond what I expected. Aside from his designs, his efforts extended to even background corrections to make them more One Piece-like, and his animation supervision maintained the visual identity of fan letter. He also did storyboards and even drew an image board for the final scene, and even made the sling for the Marine brother, and animator Ziguang Lu tried it so they can use it as a reference. And something like that was used as a narrative and symbolic tool for the brothers' relationship. It was also very interesting to explore the process behind the roles of photography, script, and background art. Things that are often overlooked when talking about production. One thing I noticed about Ishitani's storyboards is that she draws more rough storyboards now compared to her extremely detailed ones in the past. I'd assume this is much better for her speed. Another thing to note is how difficult her ideas can be for animators. And this brings us to one of the aces of fan letter, Yuki Hayashi. Hayashi is basically the OG of all of these Mori school animators. He is the mentor of Masami Mori's mentor. He is like the top dog to these people, which is why Mori called him for complex scenes like the intro, where Yuki Hayashi supervised the animation for a sequence containing dozens of characters, each having a distinct design. And just take a look at how beautifully he translates One Piece designs to life. To the point I even prefer some of his layouts on fan letter over Mori's final version. Shinkashi Waguma was also a key member in fan letter's success. He was a main animator on it and observed Hayashi's work closely to learn from him, which led to his animation director debut in episode 1128. Kashi Waguma animated memorable scenes like the majority of the Marine Brothers' resolve scene or the girl tearing up at the puzzle scene. Honestly, as someone who has been practicing drawing in recent times, seeing that many hands animated like that gives me a headache. It's terrifying. We also see Hiroto Saito's layouts, another Mori student who recently animated the Star Gun. He did the beginning parts of the episode as well as the last cuts of the Marine sequence. Or Masaya Hasegawa, another Mori student who did some of the cuts on the bar scene. It's really ambitious projects like fan letter that shapes talent, growth, and sparks motivation. In my opinion, it's the best produced anime episode ever. I also found the process with the compositing really interesting. Choices like the dark blue with the sky, or attention to passage of time during the scenes, or the lighting in the brothers' room, shadows during the daylight, and so on. Even the sky had different colors between locations. This is a department that should not be underestimated. It has transformed One Piece entirely into a much better looking show in recent times, compared to the dry days of the past. Again, all of this overwhelming information is just not only cool to see, but also very educational for artists or people interested in the process of production. There were many more talented people who shaped fan letter to what it is, but I'll stop here. Megumi Ishitani and Masami Mori gave us an episode. that we will keep talking about forever. Ishitani's latest work was not One Piece related, and Mori has been helping out on the anime briefly as assistant animation director, so when will we see them again together is unknown, but they are too ambitious to do a normal TV episode anymore. So only the future will tell what they will pursue. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it a bit informative. I think with the Blu-ray more things will be revealed, so the fan letter food won't stop anytime soon. Thanks a lot for watching, like and subscribe. See you next time.